Hello, my name is Brett Payne and I am the Director of Franchise Operations for Classic Rock Coffee, and I'd like to take just a couple of minutes to discuss the opportunity for someone to put a single store in a country outside of the United States. Is that possible? The answer is yes, but first a few questions that we can answer. Is Classic Rock Coffee international? Yes, Classic Rock Coffee has been working with international companies to help expand our brand throughout the world. While we are a US-based company, we have successfully created the logistics and operations to give our customers in any country the same exact experience that they would have if they were visiting our headquarters. Another question, can I set up a single store? The answer is yes, you can, and if there is not a master franchisor in your country, you can opt to become one at a later date if you wish. One more question. Could there be a master franchisor later? Yes, it is possible that a company can buy the rights to your country, or you can do it yourself. This will not affect you financially in any way if someone becomes a master franchisor later after you have your store already operating. And finally, how is a master franchisor different from a franchisee? Well, master franchisors have different responsibilities. They're responsible for running a roasting center, the distribution of product, and managing at least one store and a training center. They also, as a benefit of these requirements, have additional revenue streams that franchisees do not have. But again, you don't have to be a master franchisor to open up a single store in a country, even if there is no master franchisor currently in place. Well, who's qualified to be a master franchisor with Classic Rock Coffee? We're always looking for savvy business people who not only want to have successful stores themselves, but love the concept of Classic Rock Coffee and want to see it expand throughout their own country. But let's talk about how you set up a single store without a master franchisor. First of all, let's talk about setup question number one, the locations and the fees. Well, how do we select locations? We want everyone to select a location that is at least 1,000 square feet or 92 square meters as a minimum for their location. Once you have that location in place, then we will help with the design. First of all, that space is sent to us, whether it's through pictures. Hopefully we can get CAD files, some kind of measurement to tell us what the size of that space is. We review that space and then we design your store layout for you. We'll give you something that looks a little bit like this, but we'll go beyond that because our stores are very specific in how we design the bar, place the equipment, all those kinds of things. Once we've designed your store for you in the space that you like, we'll then put together the CAD and the 3D renderings for you so you can actually see what your store looks like before a single thing is ever built in that store. Once we have the CADs and the 3Ds, we'll provide all of that material along with the equipment list to your builder so that the build out can start. We'll be involved in every step of the process with you. What are the fees to have a single store? Well, the franchise fee is $39,000, and that's US dollars. It's a single payment, and it's a 10-year agreement. On top of the franchise fee, we also have royalties, as every franchisor does. We have fixed royalties. They're not based on a percentage, and we can discuss that fixed amount in US dollars with you if you decide to further the conversation with us. Setup question number two. What about the equipment? When your design is done, we provide a list of all equipment that is needed. If you can't get it locally, we can ship it to you from the US. Based on the design of your store, we're able to identify every single piece of equipment that you'll need to operate that store. Setup question number three. What about training and product? There are two training options that are available for anyone opening a store outside of the US. The first option is that they can get training for their single store only. In that instance, we have our trainers from either the US or from other parts of the world come to your store location. They stay on site for up to 2 weeks and they train your entire staff. The other option that you have is that you or one of the staff members that you have, maybe it's a manager, maybe it's a director of operations, can come to the US to become what we call a certified trainer. When someone comes to the US to our headquarters and they work with our trainers here, they stay for around 10 days. We certify them at the end of that 10 days, assuming that they've passed all of our tests, And once they become a certified trainer, they then go on our list to be made available to do training for other stores around your area or maybe in other parts of the world. When you become a certified trainer, you can get paid for providing that service from other locations. So it's certainly a good investment, but you do have to come to the U.S. for that. What about our product? All of our coffees will be provided at wholesale to your store by a certified Classic Rock Coffee roastery in your area. If there's a Master Franchisor in your country, then the product would obviously come from that Master Franchisor. If there's not, then we have other certified roasting centers that are in place where we will arrange that product to be distributed exclusively to you. Question number 4. What about support after you get your store up and running? Well, we provide weekly training for your store and for you, not only in operations but also in business development. Every single week you hear from our staff and you develop a relationship with our staff that trains you not only in the operations of the store, the mechanics, the technical aspects of running a store, but also will help you with the marketing and the business development to make sure that you build a good customer base. There always is the MF option, the national rights that are available to you if you would like to pursue that at a later time. As we said before, if you have your store up and running, you feel like you want to put in another store, or maybe you decide at some point down the road that you'd like to buy the rights for the entire country, as long as they have not been purchased, you always have the right to do that as long as the master franchise is still available in your country. We look forward to speaking with you if you do have further interest in placing one of our Classic Rock Coffee franchise locations in your country. Thank you.